A sellout crowd of more than 73,000 on hand for this SEC West encounter featuring the Crimson Tide of Alabama and the Hogs of Arkansas, led by Houston Nutt. Right behind them, 3-0 for the first time since '96. The Crimson Tide of Alabama and their head coach, Mike Shula. Good afternoon,
Arkansas
everybody.
opens with 3 wides and a tight end, 1 running back. That is DeCorey Birmingham. Jared hits the tight end in motion. Here's Jones. Nobody open left. He rolls right, drills it. And it's caught by Stephen Harris for a first down at the 35-yard line. Is alongside Matt Jones. Hillis gets the handoff. They pull the guard. And Stephen Parker leads away around the right. True freshman from Conway, Arkansas. Now Birmingham, here's play fake. Jones pumps once. Drifts out. Watch out from the blind side. He's nailed by Mark Anderson. Number Arkansas has yielded in the first 3 games in a couple of minutes. Here's Jones. Modest play fake. Goes deep left side. And that one's going to be incomplete. Intercepted.
Oh, it caught.
It's caught.
Yeah.
Wow.
Cedric Washington took it right away from Roman Harper.
Oh, my goodness.
Roman Harper had this all the way, had both hands on it, and Cedric Washington just went up and took the ball from him. He was well covered. Harper has the interception, and as he's coming down, he loses it, and Washington catches it on the way down off his backside. Wow.
Roman Harper, who was earlier this season selected as the SEC defensive. Mason Templeton is the tight end who's now in motion. Play fake. Jones is being chased. Harper from behind can't get up with Jones.
Unbelievable.
Isn't that amazing?
Unbelievable. Now, I just told you how fast this Alabama defense is, but they're not faster than Matt Jones. At 6'6", 237 pounds, he can still run a 4.3 40, and he outran 2 very fast defenders on this play. It's a naked bootleg, and Alabama is in good position to stop it. He runs out Gilberry, and then the safety, Roman Harper, took a bad angle, and Matt Jones made him pay for it.
Carlton lost his regular place-kicking job to Chris Balsero in this game in Tuscaloosa a year ago. Here's Brooks at 5'4". He's got some jets, but he also pays the price then. Cut down by Desmond Sims, number 23.
Well, he went 87 yards with the opening kickoff last week, so you know Arkansas was keyed into him. Out at the top of the screen, number 81.
And here's Gillen, stunts defensively across the middle, in and out of the hands. Maybe a little too low for the tight end, Clint Johnston. Will be televised, if so, on one of our Viacom networks. On first down, here's Jones going deep again. Double coverage. This one is picked off.
The same guy.
Roman Harper.
Yeah, he didn't drop this one. A chance to win. They tried to come
First
out.
down in a 7-0 game. Here's Gillen. Quick setup. Fires it for Prothro.
Oh, my
goodness.
goodness.
It's picked off. Oh, wow. Michael Cole off the body of Tyrone Prothro.
At the play. He's reading the slant. He breaks in on Tyrone Prothro and just takes the ball right from him. I think Prothro knew he was going to get hit from the inside and may have lost his concentration for a moment.
Castile again sets up left side. Hand off to Hudson. This one won't go.
Now, very conservative call by Mike Shula, deep in his own territory.
For Joe Kynes and the Alabama defense.
Here's a play fake. Jones off his back foot. Hicks is open. Got it. He hung on.
They get
and that's a first down. It could be. On third down, here's Jones. Pumps. He's down. Second sack of the game. This time he tried to cut back to his right, but under probation for another 3 years. Here's stunts by Arkansas. Gillen complete.
Nice
chance for a big gain. Here's Hudson out to the 50-yard line.
Here in high school, they had him. Also had shoulder surgery last December, so a lot of surgeries for Brody.
Gillen sets up the screen pass, has a chance for a big one as Darby rumbles inside the 35. Darby in at fullback, or tailback rather. McLean is the fullback. It's Darby following McLean's block. There's a fumble. There's a Razorback recovery. Pierre Brown forced it this season. Brandon Brooks awaits it. This time the return is on. It's a low kick. Brooks cut down as he goes 3 yards and an interception in his first collegiate start. McLean, the motion man. Here's a toss, and the sweep to the left is Wesley Britt. Leads the way, and here goes Hudson. It's a foot race, and he's got 6. The operation came back to Tuscaloosa in a wheelchair because he wanted to be part of the team picture. Here's Jones. Got him.
See, I think the onus right now in this game is on
the
Matt Jones.
University of Alabama. First down at the 30-yard line after the penalty. And here's the reverse to Prothrow. He gets a great block from McLean.
Sure
and
did.
Prothrow, what a block by number 33.
Yeah,
offensive
outstanding
coordinator is
job.
Dave Rader, who was one of his coaches when he played at Alabama. Here's Gillen. Finds his man. Nice pass. First down in Fayetteville. Matter of fact, in recent decades, it's not that noisy today. Here's Darby going right, and he's stuffed at the 20-yard line. It'll be 4th down. That allowed Arkansas to win it in double overtime. This time he is perfect. And you know what, Trace? The first of those national titles came when these two teams met in the bowl game. Here's Corey Birmingham going right. Kids at the end of the 1960s.
No.
No?
I took them the pig head hats a couple years ago. We still have those.
They did the work. Here's the toss. Birmingham, that's back-to-back fine runs as we're trailing by 3. Here's Jones pump. Goes down the right side. It's caught. There's a tussle inside. Marcus Monk at 6'6", and he fought off Ramsey Rock. Flying into Tuscaloosa, flying to Vandergraaf Field. Here's Jones. Pumps, goes right. Finds a receiver. Caught. One-handed by Hillis. Oh, baby.
Here's Hillis right here. He's going to come out against D'Amico Ryans, and he's not open. I mean, D'Amico Ryans, the linebacker, a great player for Alabama, has him, runs with him, has him covered, but D'Amico Ryans didn't see the football. And Hillis reached up with his right hand and got the ball. Again, Matt Jones buys some extra time. Looks like he might get sacked, might throw it away. Nope, throw a touchdown. Job of leading the way for the two tailbacks.
This is Castile, number 19, in there now. He leads. Oh, boy. Darby's on, and he was stiffened by John Jackson.
And see, that's where
Wesley Britt. Among other things, he's Mark Gillen's roommate. Here's Gillen back to throw. And Gillen with time deep in the middle. Tipped away by Darius Vanette. It was intended for Darius Howard is the deep back in the eye. Brandon Kennedy's the fullback. And Kennedy leads the way around the right side. And way up and out of bounds all the way to the 18. And here's the handoff again. Howard bounces it outside. Huge run. First down, 43-yard line. Perhaps the 44.
Gray out of this punt situation.
This one takes off. Brandon Brooks. What a tackle.
Worked out.
Darius Vanette.
Lead it all on that offensive possession, but they went from their own 4-yard line to the Alabama 6-yard line, and now if they stop it on 3rd, they should get excellent field position.
They'll keep it on the ground. This is Tim Castile, and he has got another of the roommates. And Wes Britt, Taylor Britt, Mark Gillen, and Kyle Tatum.
Pressure look.
Here comes the blitz. Gillen, short. Incomplete.
It was 22.
I'm not sure.
Ferguson was 38. Hey, coach.
On second down. No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't either.
That may have gone. He gives way to Kenneth Darby on second down and short. Prothrow comes over to the right side. Here's Gillen. That one is, I think it might have been tipped. Yeah, Gillen has missed his last 5 passes. He tosses this one to Hudson. One-on-one, and I don't think he got there.
No, but if he would have kept his feet, it would have been important for him to keep it here. Not do anything foolish with the football.
Steps up, he's hit, lets it go. Almost intercepted. Hit by Kevin Wood. Injured just before the break. 9:14 to go. And from the 20, Jones, play fake. They come at him, and he just about second and 17. There's Decory Birmingham, and this is Hillis. Here's the option, and Matt Jones out to the 25.
Protecting that ball here.
Yeah.
You know, he
Darius Howard is back in, so is Hillis. And here's Jones, play action. Rolls out to his right. He's chased by Harris. He's got much more speed. And look at the block down from Hillis. And here's Jones. Jones is in at quarterback, and they've got the heavy artillery in. Peyton Hillis is the running back. He gets the handoff and appears to have the first down.
Guy under everything is a great competitor.
Handoff to Hillis up the middle. Got it. That's an Arkansas touchdown. It's the second of the game for Peyton Hillis. It is his fifth on the ground in 4 games this year.
Peyton Hillis weighs 240 pounds with a whole head of steam. You're not going to stop that big kid getting into the end zone.
Back, they had a 4th and 1 at the 37 of Arkansas, down by 4, and decided to punt. It went into the end zone and came back to the 20.
They won't be talking about that too much tomorrow, will they?
No, incomplete off the hands of Keith Brown.
With the coaching staff.
Second down and goal. Darius Howard gets the handoff. Comes left, gets a block from Kennedy, and he is in for the touchdown. On the other side for Alabama, Eli Gold and Kenny Stabler. Here's the screen pass left side. And it's taken by Hudson, but he loses yardage back to the 13. Maybe if we come back here, he'll let you borrow that headband.
He might. He might. I want to see the comic book he's writing when we come back, though.